Welcome to Mishna study, Masachet Terumot Perek Aleph Mishna Zayin. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to speak about separating Terumah or not being allowed to separate Terumah in precise measurements. Right? It's very interesting, right? Until now, we spoke about you have to separate Terumah. We said there is no shiur, there's no measurement from the Torah of how much you have to give. Chachamim gave a shiur of approximately 2%, but when you're separating, it needs to be an approximation. You can't go ahead and measure. That's going to be our Mishnah. You can't take a measuring cup, go ahead, fill up that measuring cup, wipe off the top, and this is the measurement I'm going to give, right? 8 ounces of terumah to the Kohen, right? Or take a scale. So we're going to see you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do this. Why? Why are you not allowed to do this? Because the pasuk didn't give a shiur. The pasuk did not give a precise measurement. So we need to what? We have to measure everything that's obligated in terumah, so I know how much produce I have, that we could do, but we need to separate the terumah as an estimation. I'm going to take approximately this much, and you take off a chunk, a portion, and you give that portion to the Kohen. It needs to be approximate that you're giving. So in tormim, you're not allowed to separate lo b'midah, velo b'mishkal, velo b'minyan. You're not allowed to separate. Midah is a volume measurement, nor with a weight measurement. Weigh it out. Lo b'minyan, you can't go ahead and count it, right? I'm giving this many stalks. You're not allowed to do that. About toremu et hamadud v'tachnaku et hamanui. You are allowed to go ahead and separate terumah from something that was you took the volume of it, you measured it, you weighed it, you counted it, right? You're allowed to know how much produce you have, but when you separate the terumah, you're not allowed to measure it in a precise form. In tormim, therefore, you're not allowed to also separate basal u'bakupa shem shemidah, right? You can't take. They would have these baskets. They would use a salem kupashim that are midah, right? So a lot of times they would have the same way we have measuring cups today, right? A lot of times you have a teaspoon, a tablespoon. You'll have these different size cups. So similarly, they would have over there then, and they would know how much each one was. So you're not allowed to use one of those cups. About let's say you had a measuring cup without those little markings on the side. Today we have, if you have this has this holds 2 cups, and you have a marking on the side, a cup, 3/4 of a cup, half a cup. So let's say there was no markings on the side. You take off, you want to use one of these cups. Okay, so you're not allowed to use the whole thing. You can't fill it to the top to actually measure it off. But if you want to, approximate and say, oh, this is about half of this, that's okay. You use the measuring cup, right? And you approximate, that's about half. But you can't take the se'ah, right? The se'ah was a measuring cup. And so Bartanura explains it. This Anabam doesn't explain it at all. It's a measuring cup that there was a little tick on the side, halfway up. There was a measuring line, and they marked it off. And it goes up halfway. Oh, so now you're not allowed to use that and fill it up halfway because that is a measurement. Right? Everybody knows that's the measurement. If it's a measurement, that sums up our Mishnah that you're not allowed to use precise measurements for measuring terumah.